sitting back and I'm just going through YouTube, looking at a bunch of random different boxing videos, and then I noticed at the top of my feed that there's this fight hype video with Andy Ruiz trying to call Anthony Joshua's bluff about Tijuana. Well, I'm gonna play the interview, and I'm gonna interject as it's going on, and I want to hear you guys' opinion at the end of it. Let's go. Okay, right here, he's exercising 0 cents. Anthony Joshua said he could whoop Tijuana in Mexico. Anthony Joshua said he could whoop Andy Ruiz in Mexico. He could have meant it, or it could have been lightheartedly joking. Who knows? I didn't hear the necessary context he said it in. But you got to be just a damn fool if you believe that Anthony Joshua had to come to America to build his profile. He sold out Madison Square Garden using you, and that says a lot. And I don't mean that in a good way. I'm being 100% facetious, because you don't have a profile. But I'll digress. Let's continue.
Are you comfortable with the fight if it were to go to Cardiff, like Eddie's saying? Were you comfortable with that? If it goes to Cardiff, he's saying it's going to Cardiff. What do you care? It doesn't matter at the end of the day, or what?
Nah, no, nothing is settled yet,
Yeah.
Whatever they're saying, as long as I sign the contract and all that, that's...
Well, contrary to belief, he already signed the contract. And when the reporter asked that question, he asked him in a controversial way, meaning that Andy Ruiz paused because he already knew that if it came to the media's attention and Eddie Hearn released a statement saying the fight was at Cardiff, he know he's fucked and have to fight at Cardiff. But he's going to lead you to believe that he has some type of power because he's the champion. But I'll digress and let's continue.
Yeah.
With you being from the UK, I have to ask you about the AJ Ruiz rematch. There's a lot of contradicting talk going on right now, but do you want to see that fight in the UK, or do you think it should come back to New York?
You know where I really want to see the fight? In Mexico, baby!
Blessings.
Every time.
I bet y'all motherfuckers $1,000 that nigga Deontay was just sitting around the corner listening to the whole interview and shit. And he decided to jump right in when he heard Anthony Joshua's name. He just had to let motherfuckers know he was there. And as far as Lennox Lewis's motherfucker concerned, he knew Anthony Joshua was right there, and both of them will pump the battery into their back. And that question was already a preloaded question just to ask. And he was just going to say Tijuana just to generate a narrative, and hopefully they will run with it off of if Anthony Joshua said the fight he would beat him in Tijuana, Mexico. Man, Lennox Lewis don't know what he wants, but I know one thing Lennox Lewis is. He's a PBC poster child. He's the last unified heavyweight champion, and he'll be damned if he wants Anthony Joshua to be the new unified champion. He just has all of the things Lennox Lewis doesn't have. And one of the things Lennox Lewis never had in this sport is love from the fans. So he resents Anthony Joshua for that. So he's going to say any outlandish thing he possibly can say to just stir up controversy in media, whether it's against his own countrymen or not. If it came down to, if I was using, if Lennox Lewis had another name, he definitely would be the Judas. But I'll digress.
Nice.
As a fan, you want to see that fight in Mexico?
Why not? First time in my history, a heavyweight champion from Mexico. I would never have thought that was possible. But to see Andy Ruiz did it in such a fine fashion, why not give the fans in Mexico a chance to see the fight that didn't get a chance to come to New York?
Man, what sauce is this fool Lennox Lewis sipping, man? I'm not going to be the first guy to say it, and I'm damn sure not going to be the last guy to say it. Man, there's fans all over the world that's tuned in for for sporting events, especially boxing, considering the outrageous high prices you have to pay to go to a boxing event. But hey, we love our sports. Dedicated fans all over the world love their sports, but there are millions of dedicated fans that won't be seeing the event, and we will not be seeing the event in Mexico. I'm sorry. Is Andy Ruiz boxing for Matchroom, or is he a product of PBC? Just like Lennox Lewis' delusions of grandeur are a product of PBC as well. So you will not be seeing that fight in Mexico. Lennox Lewis needs to stop. He even has mannerisms like Leonard Ellerby. If you watch a bunch of Leonard Ellerby interviews, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Who does this nigga think he is? The English Leonard Ellerby? I'll digress.
You told Joshua, man, it looked like he's back home. He hasn't taken any time off. He's working out. You know, you're kind of enjoying your newfound superstardom, which, you know, no one can blame you, man. You earned it.
Yeah.
You know, what do you tell Anthony Joshua?
Well, he should do his thing, you know. We're going to be fighting for sure. I know he needs time to recover and all that, but, you know, it's going to be going down in December.
Now, that's the problem right there. Ladies and gentlemen, now this is where the conversation has to get spicy. That's the problem right there. Do you hear what the reporter just said? Did y'all hear what the reporter just said? He said, Andy, you know, Anthony Joshua's back at home. He's training. He's working hard. He hasn't taken a day off since the fight. And he was like, and I know, you know, you're newly heavyweight champion. He was like, you're soaking up your superstardom, you know what I mean? As you expect. Andy Ruiz says, yeah, you know, I know he had to take a lot of time off and get himself together and heal himself, like he all the way, like he that fucked up or something from the Andy Ruiz fight physically. You know, because we fighting for sure in December. That just furthers what I just said early in the video. Andy Ruiz knows wherever Eddie Hearn finally states that the venue is going to be, regardless of whether he is keeping him in mind or not. Like I said in the video that I just did, Andy Ruiz knows he has to fight at that venue. Now, this is something that, you know, anybody with a sensible individual understands. Now, here's my biggest issue with what I heard in the interview, and this is how I know Andy Ruiz is not ready to go into the match with Anthony Joshua. This is how I know he hasn't trained one fucking lick. This is how I know the freaking stardom, the little bit of money and everything's gone to his head. I've already seen him doing MTV Cribs episodes basically on Fight Hype, showing off the new house. He has gotten too fat, gluttony has set in, and he's just overly indulging in all of the things that stardom and becoming heavyweight champion of the world means, and how I know he wasn't ready, nor he was ready for this opportunity. Because Andy Ruiz has not did one lick of training yet. Here we are going into September. You're literally, basically next month we're going into September. You got 2 months to get ready for a fight that they're talking about. The date is December 14th. Now, you're not taking him serious. You already think you beat him up. You did the worst damage. And I don't think you even believe, or you're even trying to get yourself ready for the match to come, and you want to continue the success. When everybody else says you didn't beat the real Anthony Joshua, now I know for a fact, and I already thought that you didn't, but we know for a fact that you didn't beat the real Anthony Joshua. Look at how you conducting yourself. This is like the fucking 15th baseball game I fucking seen your big ass throwing the ball from the goddamn strike zone. Or whatever the fuck they call it. Throwing the ball from the pitcher's mound. It's the 15th damn time I done seen you at a baseball event, a parade, something. You are not taking this shit serious, not one bit. Do you understand what you are about to get in the ring with? And I'm not exalting Anthony Joshua, but I'm looking at the work rate and I'm looking at what you're doing right now. And you honestly believe that you got a fucking... No, matter of fact, you don't believe that you got a fucking dog in the fight. nor do you honestly believe that you have any say-so in the situation, because everything from this interview already told me everything I needed to know. And if you didn't, that's why I broke it down and narrated it from the beginning to the end. And this video was only 1 minute and 57 seconds long. And it told me everything I needed to know from the time that you have had those belts, that you haven't done one thing. And that's sad, because you're going to get exposed for that. But enjoy it while it lasts. It costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Respect.